All right, everybody, how you doing? My name is Tommy, and I run the YouTube channel, the Gallery Backyard Barbecue. Next few months, actually twice a month, I'll be guest hosting over here at GrillGrate YouTube channel, where I hope to bring you some interesting recipes that'll show you the versatility of what GrillGrate can do for you. So listen, sit back, relax, grab your grill, grate, and let's get grilling. All right, everybody, look, what I got for you today is a nice slab of some beef ribs. I'm going to break out and put on some nice rub here from Uncle Steve's Shake. This is a competition cow powder, and we're going to do this out on the Blackstone using GrillGrate SearNSizzle. So look, the first thing I want to do is get some nice rub on these beef ribs. Now you will notice a membrane on these beef ribs. Sometimes on beef ribs I leave the membrane on because it, especially on long smokes, because it tends to hold the meat together. But I think on something like this I want that heat to penetrate all the way through the meat. So I'm going to pull it off. Basically how you want to do this is you want to always go above a bone. And look, a knife is not the best thing to do, but this should come off pretty easy. Well, now once you go above that bone, just kind of get your finger under there. There you go. Now if you start in the middle, I find for pork ribs and beef ribs, it's easier when you start in the middle over a bone. And basically it just pulls right off. There you go. And you do want to get your rub on both sides of the ribs. I'll see you over at the Blackstone. All right, everybody, so look, as per GrillGrate on a high heat cook, you want your flat top piping hot, 583.3, piping hot surface, and then we'll get our GrillGrate on there to heat up. So look, the SearNSizzle is heating up nicely. We are at 393 degrees. So basically what you want to do here is you want to season it up. So listen, how you're going to do that is you're going to get yourself a duck fat spray, a vegetable oil, maybe a grapeseed oil, and you want to wipe down the top of the grate. Now look, you want to stay away from like an extra virgin or an olive oil, as that has a low smoke point. So what you'll do here, use a paper towel, just be careful because it is hot, and you want to just give it a wipe down. There you go. You can even spray it on, no big deal. And here we go. Meat side down, and I figure we're going to go for about 10 minutes. Also, I have some bacon. We'll get that on. Every dish needs a good side, and I'm doing a bacon mixed with some corn. It's a great side dish, and it's one I definitely would try. Now look, also keep in mind here, since you're working with bacon, which is greasy, you really don't need to put any oil or any butter down. Just let the bacon fat do its thing. All right, look, one other thing. If your ribs have a little bit of curve on it, you definitely want to put a weight on it. although this looks pretty good, looks nice and flat, we're making good contact with the sear and sizzle. But since I have it, I'm gonna put it on anyway. And as you can see on the bacon, we're still running a pretty high temperature, no big deal. And this won't take long, obviously, and when it's done, we'll put it off, put it on the side, and just tend to our ribs. Get that off. And of course, we'll hit that with another dab of butter. All right, from there, what I want to do is just kind of slide this grill grate over here when it closes up the case. All right, so look, we're about 15 minutes into the cook, and I do want to flip them. Now look, if I had another sear and sizzle, I'd be getting a nice cross hatch on the grill marks. Just want to flip them over. And that's looking good. And we're just going to let these cook. So see, we're up in the air over here, so what I want to do is get my weight and push that down. Get that on. And we see our temp is over 400 degrees. That's where we want to be. All right, here you go. One more trick. I got some hickory wood soaking in oil. Just going to get a little bit on there. Just try to develop a little smoke flavor. Now you can also use pellets for this, although I just say, why not use the real thing if you got it? Back. All right, so look, we're approaching 20 minutes on the cook. And I'd say she's looking good. All right, so look, we are 25 minutes in. I'm going to give her another flip. I want to get that meat nice and crusty, right? Oh, you can see the juices forming. There we go. All right, so look, let's give a quick recap. We are about 25 minutes into the cook. On the first side, on the meat side, I let it go for about 10 to 15 minutes, gave her a flip, another 10 minutes or so. Now I'm back on the meat side, where I'm going to let it run for approximately another 10 to 15 minutes. And we're looking for maybe about a 160 on the meat. Alrighty, so look, we also added some hickory chips, some soaked hickory chips, just to add that smoky goodness flavor. Guys, we are 35 minutes in. I got a dipping sauce of my favorite steak sauce and a little BBQ sauce, why not? We'll get that on the pit just to heat up. At this point, what I want to do here is I want to get a temp reading on these ribs, and you want to go in between the bone into the meat. You can see we're 157 degrees, 158 degrees. Alrighty, look, we are 40 minutes in. And what I want to do here is give her a flip so I can get a good reading on the meat. Oh, yeah. And again, you want to go in between the bone, and you see we are 164 Fahrenheit. 169 Fahrenheit, 163 Fahrenheit, 68 Fahrenheit. I'm going to let it go for about another 5 minutes. Bring it up a little bit. We got a nice crust on there. It's going to be good. Oh, yeah. A little butter on there for flavor. Why not? All right, so look, what we want to do here is, you see we got a nice little pull back, right? What we want to do here is we want to let this rest. We're going to foil it up, and then we're going to cut it open for a taste test. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, look, that's it. We're about 55 minutes on the pit, on the flat top. I'd say the SearNSizzle did a mighty fine job, but let's take a look. Right, man. See, we got a decent pullback. We got some nice char. You know, when you put that rub on, your favorite rub, what's going to happen with the grill grates is you're going to get a nice caramelization of a char right here on the meat, and that brings it up to a pretty awesome flavor. And don't forget, we got our dipping sauce, and we also got our corn in the house where the wife is ready to eat. So let's do a cut here and a taste test. Look, first of all, I want to thank GrillGrate for allowing me to cook for them. And also a reminder, you'll see me on their channel about twice a month. So please tune in for some more great recipes. And also leave a comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see. Yeah. And let's have a look. And again, you're not going to get that fall off the bone rib, but what you're going to get is friggin' awesome flavor. And you could see the juices. You could see the juices on the board. Wow. I always like to get it in here for a nice look. Got that nice char working. All right, so look, I'm going to take a taste test, but then I'm also going to use that dipping sauce and give you another taste test. Cheers. You know, it's like prime rib, or it's like steak on a bone. I mean, it's friggin' awesome. And we can't forget our dipping sauce. Oh man. All right, look, what could I say? I mean, the flavor is spot on. The rub that I put on these is spot on. The SearNSizzle got up to about 550 Fahrenheit, which gave us that great caramelization on the meat, and the flavor is just through the roof. I mean, you could see the juices on the board. So I'm going to close out this video and again say thanks for tuning in. Now go grab your GrillGrate and go get grilling.